Herro people, this is Sonic732, and this is a new type of video that I haven't really done in a really long time, or I don't think I've ever done in general, but I felt like this is an issue that I need to talk about personally, and everyone, whether you're a YouTube viewer, a content creator, or just anyone in general that knows what YouTube is, should know about. So, recently, YouTube has implemented a new content ID policy. So if you don't know what a content ID policy is or new to the policy, is basically so a lot of your big name favorite YouTubers make a living off of this site. So pretty much every time you click on one of their videos, like a few examples off the top of my head is like PewDiePie, Markiplier, pretty much anyone that has a humongous audience. Every time you click on their video, an ad plays. You might think that an ad is kind of like a stupid thing to make to like give promotion towards those companies, but in actuality that's where YouTubers make their money. Every time an ad is played, a bit of that revenue goes towards YouTubers, and pretty much all these big name YouTubers have been making a living off of all those ads that plays. But recently YouTube has implemented a new content ID system where you could get flagged, or hell, worse comes to worse, your channels could get taken down if it doesn't meet their non-advertiser friendly requirements. And it's been getting a lot of you know heat and controversy for what those non-advertiser friendly requirements are. So I have their page open up right now. I'm going to be reading to you what those requirements are. So first thing is sexually suggestive content, including partial nudity and sexual humor. Now, of course, I guess what they're meaning is no porn on the website, but obviously everyone knows that there's a limit. There's like when YouTube was first created, there were rules to what you can and what you can't put on the website. Porn was one of those things you can't put on the website, and for the most part, it's been held. We all know what it is, but we don't know what sexual humor is. A lot of these big name YouTubers, they make sexual comments. But what if one makes something by accident, and that could potentially risk their channels getting taken down? It One thing I'm gonna say about this content ID system is that it's not. It really isn't specific. Like no one could guess like what they mean by sexual humor, or what I'm gonna be getting into like later on in this video. The next rule is violence, including display of serious injury and events related to a violent extremism. Now, of course, yeah, it makes sense. Like no extremely graphic content on YouTube, but then again, what could that mean? Because I get it, like don't put like a suicide on YouTube. All right, that could mean that could be really a violent extremism. But then what if someone puts something like that that's like in a video game, or something that's like in a movie where it's obviously fake, but YouTube might think otherwise and take that down. It's something that really should be elaborated more. The next rule is inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, or vulgar language. This is probably one of the rules I find the most bullshit. And oh, I just use that language. YouTube, you want to take down my channel? Okay, take it down. But inappropriate language is something that we hear in our everyday lives. It's something that no matter how hard we try to escape it, we're gonna hear a curse word eventually. But what goes under their idea of vulgar language? Because words like shit, fuck, those are two words that asshole. Those are three words that were censored so heavily in media like TV, well, mostly TV, for years now. And lately, they've been lifting up those bans. Like you could now say you could use the word shit and asshole in TV, but what really qualifies as vulgar language? Does damn qualify as a vulgar language? Because everyone says damn. Does piss? Does I don't know. Does shit? Does fuck? Does asshole? Does that all qualify as that? And even then, like I said before, it's something that we hear in our everyday lives. We can't escape it. Um, the fourth rule is promotion of drugs and regulated substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items. Yeah, that's also really, it's a very obvious rule. Like, don't create a drug trafficking ring on YouTube, which I'm pretty sure people have done before. I don't know. I mean, you probably have to come up with like a really creative way how to do it, but it's something that it's kind of obvious. Yeah, don't sell drugs on YouTube. We have something called the deep web for that. We have illegal drug rings outside of YouTube. Yeah, okay. And the last rule on their list is controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown. This is something that I feel really shouldn't even be on this list because as as people of the world, we have a right to know what is happening in our own world we live in. Whether it's by watching the news, whether it's by a friend telling us, whether it's by getting our news off of YouTube, we have the right to know what is happening in this world. And I feel that putting this kind of topic under non-advertiser friendly the requirements, I feel like is a disservice towards our rights as human beings. We have the right to know what is happening in this world, whether or not violent imagery is being shown or not. But what gets to me though is does even mentioning the fact of war go under this non-advertiser friendly requirement? Because we can mention war just as a general thing, but will the YouTube higher ups think of that we're disregarding or going against their policies? And one thing I've been saying throughout reading these requirements is that this new policy is very unspecific. We don't know what they mean by any of this. They have to do a better job at elaborating. But even the things that are really clear, while some of them I do agree with, the other things I don't agree with. And this war thing is definitely one thing because what if it's just a clip of like a talk show? Like say for example, I mean I don't watch a lot of talk shows, so I really cannot speak for this, but say something like The Daily Show that deals with like all these new like these world event things and like it talks about them either I'm not sure if they talk about them in a joking matter or talk about them in a serious matter. Point is they talk about these new world events. So what if they upload a clip from their show onto YouTube? Will YouTube flag that video and take down their channel because they are the Daily Show is a big company or it's a big TV show, and putting a clip on YouTube talking about like war and stuff like that, will that trigger YouTube? It really doesn't make any sense. And even then, what if it's someone not really giving their opinions on war, but rather detailing the events of what happens in a non-biased manner? It's something that is completely for educational purposes, and it might make people develop opinions based on what how that war started. But at the end of the day, it's an educational video. It's not meant to be taken as a person giving their own biased opinion on on war. It's so very unspecific what YouTube what goes and what doesn't go under this new policy. And at the end of the day, it's something that regardless of who you are, will affect all these content creators of YouTube in general. Like me personally, I just barely have over 1,000 subscribers. So pretty much, according to the YouTube higher ups, I'm a nobody. But still, my content could get flagged because if you notice, I have ads. I'm monetized by YouTube. So I'm pretty much putting myself at risk by making this video describing my own public opinions of this policy. It's something that won't just affect me, but will affect um, all the other big name YouTubers out there who make a living by this channel, by this website, who literally make thousands or millions of dollars a month based on the content they put out. They're basically getting YouTube. It's not only them getting money, they're making YouTube money. Like I said before, every time you click on someone who's monetizes videos, you get ads. That company will get paid, but at the same time, you get paid. Same thing for those top high-ranking YouTube creators. Every time someone clicks on their videos, they're going to YouTube. YouTube is getting money. Basically, what YouTube is doing is that they're restricting these content creators. So that means that at the end of the day, YouTube is still getting affected by this. It really is funny, honestly, for me to say this, that before YouTube, before when YouTube was like its own thing, before the Google merger, we were pretty much complaining about layout changes. We were complaining about Google Plus being shoved down our throats when Google acquired YouTube. But now it's escalated to something that honestly could lead to YouTube's downfall. Honestly, it's something that I really did not want to happen in this website because I love YouTube. I really do love YouTube. I felt that when this website came out, it was the perfect website for people to express their own ideas, to be creative, to pretty much put out whatever they wanted to. Of course, there were rules, but they were very obvious and clear rules. Like, obviously no pornography, no intense violence, no selling drugs, no promoting anything that could lead to harm to anyone. Of course, that was obvious. But now we've pretty much been stripped about a lot of our freedom off of the one website that pretty much promoted our freedom and creativity. It pains me to see YouTube make all these really stupid choices recently. And I'm using the word stupid because I could use the word stupid. And honestly, a lot of people could agree with me that this new policy is stupid. I don't know where this policy is going to go, but I feel that as people that use this website that support these big name YouTubers. I mean, even if you don't support big name YouTubers, you support content creators as people that make a living off of this website. So should have the right to know about what this policy is and how it could affect the content creators you watch going into the future. I don't know if YouTube is gonna change this policy. I don't know if they're gonna elaborate on this policy and like what really does go under these not advertiser friendly requirements. So this is all I could say right now. I'm not a big channel. Honestly, a lot of bigger channels have made really good videos detailing their thoughts on this new policy, and even in a jokingly matter, made a parody video about what these new videos under YouTube's new policy might look like. So I just hope YouTube realizes what they've done is not only very damaging towards the people that supported their website, but also to them themselves. So I hope you guys listen to what I have to say. I hope you guys see that this new policy is very controversial for all the wrong reasons, and I hope YouTube you could do something about it because I'm a content creator. I love what I do. I might have a really weird schedule, but I love what I do. I love making videos for YouTube. It's a great way to express myself. It's a great way for me to play video games that I love and I can share with people. But if you keep making these policies that are not clear and could be damaging to your site, then I kind of don't want to. I don't want to be a part of this. Then I'll still make videos, but at the same time, I'll have that thought that my channel could get taken down at any moment based on either what I say or what I show. Whether or not I intend to show or say what I want, what I show or say, it could still damage my account. It could damage millions of accounts. So, yeah, this is what I have to say about the policy. YouTube, it's your move now. Just make the right choice.